right guys, Trifmunch's Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 12 of Shameless Season 4, which is of course the finale. I only uploaded episode 11 yesterday for Patreon, so I've got another week till I need to really watch this episode, but I need to watch it. I need to watch more Shameless, as I've said before. And now it's the finale, it makes more sense to say it again here. But this is the best show that I'm reacting to, hands down. It is the best show that I'm reacting to. It is officially overtaken Buffy. While I do enjoy Buffy, I think season 4 of Buffy and season 4 of this are, you know, apples and oranges. It's just this Shameless here. And Buffy is still obviously really enjoyable and really good, but Shameless just took it to an entirely new level with this season. And season 3 was kind of building up to that as well. I felt like season 3 was very strong, and it was a good kind of leeway for this season to really just grow into being my favourite show that I'm reacting to at the moment, and one of my favourite shows of all time, without doubt. And I know people say this is kind of the peak, and some people have even said season 5 is just as good as season 4, so I'm curious what season 5 is going to be like. I don't think it's, well, or either way, it's going to be very tricky to be on this level with this season, because the only negatives I can really think of are Sheila coming back, and Sheila's story even before she left added nothing really. And Debbie, while, like, she has had good moments, like, and it's more so when she was involved with the main story, like finding Fiona, for example. She has had good moments, not her good moments, but, like, good stories in there. Even the last episode where I actually kind of felt bad for her as well, there's, like, moments in there I'm like, there's potential for Debbie. It's just you bring in these shitty storylines for her. And she's definitely been the weakest point of season 4, along with Sheila. But if you get rid of those two, I'd say this season is near perfection. I'd say it was near perfection. Every single character, even Frank, even though I didn't adore his story made sense for his character, and I like that they actually did something different with Frank this season. Like, they went the entire season, basically, of him not being able to drink alcohol. I thought maybe they'd retcon it in the first couple of episodes or something, but they took that, and I know he's getting the liver now, and it's all going to be, you know, he'll probably be back on booze in season 5 or whatever, but they went the entire season having him be a completely different character. We've never seen him like this, and I think that was definitely a good idea and a strong point for his character, even though I still don't really love Frank. It made for a couple more emotional scenes with his character instead of it just being like, Frank's drunk, where's Frank? We've done that for 3 seasons now, so it was nice to change it up with this. Lip's been incredible. Fiona's been, you know, different as well. Like Frank, we've not seen her like this in season 4. I'd say she was perfect all the way up until like episode 5, I think it was, where obviously Liam took the cocaine, and that was something that was not her fault. It was, but obviously she didn't mean for it to happen, but she just continues to spiral and spiral and spiral. And I think it's interesting for her character to see her like this. I still love her character, I do, because, you know, we have 3 seasons of Fiona being amazing, and even 5 episodes of this season of her being the amazing Fiona that we know. But they had to change it up with her character as well, and I feel like they need to do that with the characters, even characters that you love. They're probably like, oh, say Fiona, she's an amazing character, but if she was just the same for 10 seasons, it wouldn't get boring, I don't know, but it would feel a bit like safe. But they didn't play it safe with Fiona in this season. I think that was a very strong point as well. Ian and Mickey, I've loved their story, especially Mickey, and we'll do a character tier list obviously at the end of the episode to kind of see where everyone's ranking. But yeah, this season has been insane, and I'm very curious what they do with the finale here to wrap it all up. And I'm not going to take any breaks, I'm just going to jump straight into season 5 because I'm excited to see what happens next. So anyway guys, episode 12. If you enjoy, remember to leave a like, and if you're new, remember to subscribe. Of course, if you want the early and uncut reactions to Shameless, then link to the Patreon page will be down below by the time this one's on YouTube. Patreon should be quite a few episodes into season 5. But yeah, anyway guys, let's do this. Oh, where the fuck are we? Oh, is it just showing like winter's coming? Kind of like season 1 Shameless vibes. He has awoken. The rebirth of Frank, I feel that's what this episode's gonna be. Frank going back to his ways. The season will probably end with him down in a pint or something. It's actually funny, in the finale of season 3 he was in a hospital bed, and the finale of season 4 he's still in a hospital bed.
Who am I? Oh
yeah, he like lost his memory and stuff.
Sammy.
Sheila Shaw. Oh! It reminds me of how annoying Jessie is in Toy Story.
We're married.
Isn't it wonderful?
No. No, it's not wonderful. I actually don't have the energy to get mad in this episode, I don't think. Ah, my faves.
Alright, well, I got some money from Amanda's folks.
Blips.
We'll pay some bills, yeah?
Oh yeah. 10, how much was it? 10 grand.
You know, Jesus, guys, it's 90 days in country club jail, all right? It's not Guantanamo, okay? She's probably,
Oh, yeah, here we go. Cut to Fiona being beat up or something. No, I will not be taking that pill, Fiona, come on. Use your head, please.
No.
How many
no,
kids
no.
just fit into that trunk? What the fuck? Oh, Mickey name with the little red ears. Oh, he's stroking his little red hair. I love him. He's had the most development, I feel, Mickey. Well, not the most out of everyone, but he has had a lot. He's been top 3 for sure. And I just saw his bum.
You love him?
He's gonna say yeah.
Maybe?
That means yeah.
I don't know.
That's Mickey's version
Because he
of
has
yeah.
no penis. And I stab you an orange boy in the heart with screwdrivers, and I watch you bleed.
I
And you
would
die.
believe that she would do that as well. That's
No more
the
bullshit about babies.
crazy thing.
You help.
That's fair. That's fair.
Got a big poo in your diaper?
Right. Okay, Chucky.
I don't mean to be
Oh.
cruel, but I think it's time for you to start thinking about your own life.
Okay.
Where are you gonna
Okay,
live?
Sheila. Says you.
What?
Says
living at my
you.
house.
Oh.
I haven't taken anything.
You've been fucked over. She better not have taken that pit. I mean,
Leave it open.
you've been played. How is she not using her brain?
Feeling sick or something?
This is kind of how Monica acted when Fiona was trying to.
Are you okay?
Fuck knows.
I want to say what if he's bipolar, you know, because think about all the moods he's gone through this, like, since he's been back, like, ups and downs constantly, and, like, Mickey even mentioned it. Like, one minute you wanted to make pancakes and the next you wanted to kill someone. And Monica's bipolar, so Ian could be, and he's showing signs of it for sure.
Hey, if anybody's got something to say, fucking say it.
Oh my god, he's stepping up. I kind of like.
Mickey, have a seat, man.
I kind of like that scene, Kev. Again,
No one gives a shit who you bang.
looking out for everyone. Why do I love Kev so much? He's just such a king. He's done some stupid shit for sure, but
The butt buddies.
right, okay,
Long, may they slam and slap.
right. I mean, I guess is that the way of making him feel like he's welcome here, sorted.
How's it going?
She's so
there?
hot. I can't even. I'm not even gonna lie to you
Liv?
guys.
More enjoyable than humiliating your peers?
Oh God! Someone make that into a gif on the Discord. Thank you.
I didn't take it, bitch.
Hey! Wrecked, I guess. What's going on?
She's been giving me a lot of shit.
Get your stuff. You're out.
Wait, what? 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 Why? That doesn't even make sense. Why would she just be let free? That's a cool shot, but I didn't get how she's just been set free. I didn't get what's just happened. She was meant to do 90 days and now she's just let her out for.
Give me a big
Alright.
exhale. Don't you normally not keep...
Oh!
Now, let's get those staples out. Turn on your side.
Catheters. The idea of catheters. Chucky, let
On
go!
course, try near beer. It's surprisingly tasty. And enjoyed
Right.
by millions of retired alcoholics. Me included.
There you go. So no booze still. Oh, Debbie, shut up!
Is here. I'll be back in an hour, so I have to
Oh,
go
Debbie,
pick
stop making out you're some boss. I can't be arsed with it.
No?
Good. Don't.
Okay.
Why not?
Just don't.
His little heart's gonna break.
I should get back to the van.
Nah. I feel bad on him. Oh.
Yeah, don't think me, it wasn't me. Overcrowding.
Overcrowding.
Nonviolent offenders rotate out after 10 to 20% time served.
Right, so that's it. Overcrowding.
You cannot adopt the children. Their
Thank
grandfather will take
God.
Grandpa.
God, just such a waste of time. That's it. That's the storyline done. What a fucking waste of time. I'm actually pissed off. Are we meant to be crying at this point? What a waste of my life that was. My God. Is this where she's going to work now then?
You're another one of Gail's hard.
Is that Jeffrey Dean Morgan? Oh my God.
Charlie Peters.
What? What? I did not expect that.
Bring home $12 an hour if it rains or snows.
We've got Negan from Walking Dead.
Before. Jackie.
I'm already excited to see Morgan's reaction to this scene.
Sammy called.
I can't believe I've just seen Negan.
Where's your boyfriend?
Working, and he's not my boyfriend now. He's my friend and told
You
him.
get my boyfriend. Oh, Debbie, just shut the fuck up. Every time you get back to this storyline.
Hey, your brother here?
I thought he was staying with you.
No, come on, man. The other one, the lip.
the lip. It's kind of a tune, you know. What's going on? Sororities and all that stuff is just... I still love these two though, so I mean, we're sorted with that. Ooh, give him that look. Did he just fall in love with her? They're gonna know, surely, because of Monica. He's bipolar, I'm sorry.
Ian,
Oh, Mickey!
we know what this is.
Yup. Yup. I love how they've done that. I love how they've done that. Like, and it makes me think back to all the other moments Ian's been like this, and it just makes so much more sense now.
Well, we're a bunch of engineering majors. Our parties usually consist of us watching Big Bang reruns and bleaching each other's mouths.
Okay, I don't like her anymore. Whatever I just said about liking her character was ruined. Wait, what the fuck?
It's a ham and cheese omelet.
Why is Mandy here?
I just gotta go take a leak.
Nah, she knows. Are they still trying to make him and Mandy a thing? Because they just stop. I mean, actually, the Big Bang rerun thing, actually,
More sugar.
maybe this isn't such a bad idea. Not the best time in Fiona, they've all gone to see Ian. Every time she walks into his house, it seems to be empty. There's no way she's breaking probation again. There's no way. I'll be shocked. Oh, wait, so Liam's just asleep by himself? Oh no, okay, everyone's there. They're just asleep. Never mind. Yeah, I don't see her breaking probation. Unless, like, season 5 she does, I'd be surprised. Like, surely this spiral of Fiona's done at this point. I mean, I'm not saying forever, because we've got 10 seasons, but surely at least for season 5. What the fuck? I did not need that much of a close-up of Debbie breathing on me. Ugh! Oh my god, I want to die. Oh my god, that's disgusting. She put up a picture of her pedo boyfriend. Oh, whatever, I'm done. I'm fucking done with Debbie.
Are you crying?
Yeah, she's crying because she's such a shit character. She's like, oh, I wish I was as good as a character as you, Fiona. But I'm not. If that was Cole crying because of her, I'd be like, that's adorable.
We gotta get moving.
But when Debbie does, I'm just like, yeah. Especially because I've just seen that scene of her kissing that poster.
It could be bipolar disease like our mom.
Yup.
We'll get him an appointment at the clinic and we'll see what they say.
No, look, he's low, we cheer him up.
It's not like that. He may
Yeah, it's not like that.
He's fucking family.
Oh my god, I love Mickey so much. Fiona's dealt with this, this is new for Mickey, obviously.
He stays here. He's staying with me.
Oh, why not? I love him. He's my fave. Here he is.
Good to see you.
What a king.
Hi.
Chucky!
You're not allowed in Mr. Gallagher's room today. What?
Because you're annoying.
Not be allowed in the room.
Oh wow!
He's my dad.
Oh my god, Sheila's gone psycho.
Sheila, get your fat ass out!
Oh, do it, please! Please, Sammy! Do it! Chucky just there vibing, like, whoa. You're not his wife! How is Sammy getting wrecked so easily, by the way? That was very weak from Sammy. I expected a lot, and I was disappointed to say the least.
Who's winning?
Hard to tell.
Sheila.
Maybe the rent-a-cops.
Sheila definitely won. We can all agree on that. As much as I hate to say it. Hey, Cole's kind of come back for Frank in the end. Yes, Chucky! Oh, what a legend. No, if Chucky's not in season 5, I will actually cancel this show. I'll actually cancel this show.
Is this family ever gonna catch a break?
No, you have another 6 seasons and then a 7th after that.
And,
Oh, I'm glad these two are having a moment in our finale.
you're not perfect, Fiona. None of us are.
Fairs. Oh, I love these two. I'm glad they're having a moment. Oh! I love them!
We can eat? Thanks. Okay.
Right. Sorted. What's the fuck?
Hey! Hot roast!
Oh, I love him so much. Oh. See how happy he was for that pot roast? Another 6 shot, by the way.
Give me the bottle.
You sure?
Absolutely.
Oh, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? The last scene is going to be him down in a, well, not quite a pint, but here we go. I like this music. I don't know what this is, but I like the music. Ending the season with Frank drinking alcohol, of course. He looks kind of badass though.
That all you got?
How is he still alive? He's done it somehow. Is this how it's ending? Season end here? I'll be good at that. Compared to where Frank was at this time last season, he's back on track to where he wants to be, which is here, I guess.
Are you gonna go in?
Is that Steve? Wait.
Is this the right house? Jack,
What?
are you gonna go inside?
No,
What?
not tonight. Come on, let's go.
What the fuck? Oh my god. Yo, that's just... Oh, mate. What? How is he alive? What even happened? So we're gonna get a reunion, surely, with like him and Fiona. Oh my god. I didn't even go by the rule as well. I always go by the rule. If you don't see a character be murdered on screen, then they didn't die. But with Steve, I was just done with like, yeah, he's dead because... Even, it was quite weird. I don't show the previously and then the intro and the Shameless reactions because they go on for like 4 minutes. But in one of the previously, I think it was in the finale of season 3, they showed that scene, but they added a gunshot sound effect to kind of imply that he was shot. The gunshot sound was not in the actual scene in episode 11 or whatever of season 3. So when I did the previously in episode 12 and it was like added the gunshot over, I was like, okay, yeah, he's dead. And he's alive. That's mad. That's settled for season 5 right there. I'm excited for that. I'm actually excited for that. Again, I don't love Steve. His name's Jack here and he's with someone else, so that's going to be a storyline that I'm assuming later in season 5. I don't think it'll probably be early season 5. I think that's just a setup for maybe the second half of season 5 or something like that. Yeah, there we go, guys. We'll do the character tier list, of course, in a minute. But season 4 of Shameless finished. What a season. What a season. That is one of the best single seasons that I've ever done, without a doubt. I adored it, and I've got my rating in mind for season 4. I kind of thought of it before the episode, and then this episode didn't falter in that many ways. We still had Sheila's storyline, which was garbage, but we know that. Debbie was garbage, but we know that. So we'll just kind of move on from that and then mention the stuff that we liked. Frank kind of being back where he was at, I think, was kind of an obvious, you know, I said at the start of the reaction, but I like that this story has been very different for him and Fiona. So seeing him back there with Cole, I hope they still kind of continue to work on Frank's character, not just have him be like, oh, he's gone back to booze and this is exactly how he was in seasons 1, 2 and 3. Hopefully they can change it up a little bit, we shall see. And Chucky better still be in season 5. If Chucky's not in season 5, I'll actually cry. So yeah, I like Frank's storyline and Carl as well. I think that family's kind of left, obviously, but they'll probably come back at some point in season 5. Lip being in a really good place and kind of having that moment with Fiona, I like that. And, you know, hopefully him and Amanda are still going strong in season 5, because I do like Mandy. I do really like Mandy, and this season won me over a lot with Mandy, as did season 3 actually. By her and Lip, I just don't love that idea, so maybe as friends or something, I don't know, and I'm sure they'll get together and they'll definitely hook up at some point in the future. I don't even think him and Amanda will really work out as much as I wanted to, because I like her. She's a bit weird for sure, and her saying that she watches Big Bang Theory reruns actually cringed me out a little bit, but she's a good character, and I think her and Lip are quite interesting, so we'll see what happens with those in season 5. Ian having bipolar and Mickey just being like, no, he's staying in this house, we're not sending him off anywhere, we're going to look after him, all of us together, we're his family. Mick just again seems like that proved why Mickey's such a great character, and we'll see the tier list in a minute, but see where he kind of ranks, because he's definitely gone up by a mile with this season. He's so good, such a strong character, and his love for Ian, like, he really shows it. Even though he's not wearing it on his sleeve all the time, you can just tell he loves him so much. So yeah, Mickey and Ian's storyline with her as well. Again, I think that is set up for season 5 for sure. And I love how they handled Ian having bipolar. Like, they didn't shove it in your face all the time. It's just like, if you kind of think back to how Monica was, and you can kind of pick up on it in certain scenes as well. And this episode, like him wanting to just stay in bed, made me think of that scene with Monica where Fiona was trying to get her up and she was just staying in bed. And that's kind of where I started to piece it together. So you can probably pick up on it a lot earlier, and I'm sure many people did, but for me, I just thought he was like on drugs. I thought something was going on for sure. I mentioned something was definitely going on with Ian, but I didn't even think of bipolar until this episode. So yeah, that is Self season 5. Excited for that. I think Fiona getting out of prison was a little bit easier. I actually would have preferred if they'd left her in prison in this episode and then had her kind of come out after doing the 90 days in the premiere of season 5, and then having the reunion with everyone. But I don't hate it. It just felt like a very easy, like, oh, it was overpopulated, and it's like she only got to that prison at the end of last episode. She was in it for all of what, like 5 minutes, and then she was out and back home. It just felt a little bit quick. I wish they kind of just had the episode of her being in prison, and then season 5 to have it be like 3 months later or whatever, and have a comeback. But I'm not too mad at it. It doesn't bring down the episode. It's just something I felt was a little bit too easy. We didn't see Kevin V at all. I think we had a couple of scenes with Kev at the bar where everyone in the bar was, or the pub was just kind of accepting Mickey and kind of showing their way of that. They don't give a shit that he's gay, because he stood up and was like, if anyone has a problem, say anything now, say something now, and everyone was chill with it. So I love Kev for that. Hopefully Kev has a better storyline again in season 5, because this was his best story this season for sure. But again, I won't say he's one of the strongest stories. He's one of the strongest characters, but not story-wise. I think he's one of the more, like, I'd say just middle tier with all of his stories. I think that's everyone. Didn't see any much of Liam. Yeah, I think that's everyone. So overall, very strong finale. I won't say it was on the level of the last episode, but this was still very, very good. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 for the finale. I think Sheila was in it a lot, so she brought it down. And that whole, oh, we're adopting the children storyline led nowhere. What a waste of time. That was genuinely such a waste of my life, watching her trying to adopt these children, and then it didn't work out. And then that was that. They should have cut her out of, I said it before, but I'll say it again, they should have cut her out of the season. She added nothing. This season would have been perfection if they just cut out Sheila, because like Sammy, I said, I don't like Sammy as a character, but she works for the story and she needs to be in the story, because she added a lot to Frank's story. And Debbie, I don't like Debbie, but technically she shouldn't have even really been in some of this. She shouldn't have had her own story, but she should have been involved in other people's storylines, but she had her own storyline, which is what really brought down certain episodes. But alright, as a season, I was thinking about this, and while I do have flaws with this season, I don't think it is the perfect season because of Debbie and Sheila. However, I don't want that to stop me giving the season a 10 out of 10, because I look at this season and I had so much fun with it. There were so many incredible moments, and I think from start to finish, with 90% of its characters, their story arcs and development were done to perfection. And I don't want like Sheila and Debbie to stop it from being that 10 out of 10 for me. Yes, this is not the perfect season, but that is simply because of those two characters. However, the amount of fun I had with it, and every time I loaded up an episode or finished an episode, I was excited to, like, if I was loading up an episode, I was buzzing to watch it, and when an episode ended, I wanted to jump straight into the next one. And that speaks a lot of like how great the season has been, and I'm buzzed to just jump into season 5 already. Like, to look back at season 2, and I was kind of skimming back over my reactions of season 2, and I remember midway through season 2, I was just kind of like, yeah, the episodes are fine. I'm not really hooked yet. I'm just waiting for the show to get really, really good. Never did I think I'd, like, thinking back to where I was mid-season 2 of this show, never would I have thought that I'd be on a level now in season 4 where I adore it this much. And I can't wait to see what they do with season 5. Like, people have said that season 5 is still very strong. Some say it's on the level of season 4, which I do hope is the case for me watching as well. If season 5 is on the level of season 4, then I can't wait. I think most people would say though that season 4 is the best season, and then season 5 is kind of like here. Like, it's not quite as good, but it's very close. Even if that's the case, I'll be very happy, because, like, you have to think, if this season's a 10 out of 10, even if the other seasons are 8 or 9 out of 10s, that's still incredible. As long as no seasons are like getting on the level of a 6 out of 10, then I'll be fine. Like, most people said, you've done the weakest season with season 2. So if season 2 is the weakest season, then I'm fine with that, because season 2 even had good moments for sure. But yeah, a character tier list, guys, I'm going to load that up, but that is a 10 out of 10 for season 4 and a 9 out of 10 for the finale. Let's see where the characters rank. Alright, so as context, guys, this is kind of where all the characters were at at the end of season 3. Obviously, I did it in season 4, episode 1, but this was where everyone kind of ranked. We had Fiona, Lip, and Ian in the top 3. Then Kev, Carl, Jodie, and Frank. I miss Jodie, dude. In the fantastic pile. Then V, Steve, Mickey, this guy. You know, they were good. Mare don't care, or all these characters, I guess. What's the point in this character? I just realised. Where's Jaime? Oh, Jaime was with Karen, and then Trash. Some of these. So obviously we had some season 1 and 2 characters in there, because I don't think I've done a tier list up to that point. But yeah, these are the characters that we have for season 4. Obviously we've got, thanks to Michelle who did the tier list literally just now. I was just waiting for it to be done, and Michelle's managed to splice this one up and get rid of some characters that weren't in season 4, like Jodie, because there's no point going through those characters again, and just added the new characters like, I see this guy here. We've got Chucky, our boy, Sammy, Mickey's wife, who I don't know the name of, I forget. This guy I don't know the name of. So we got some new characters in there, and then some characters that obviously we know. So let's start off with where were these? Actually, where were these? They were just in Meh, don't care. Yeah, I'm going to be the same honestly for these two. Meh, don't really care. They do have some funny lines, but they're both a bit stupid. It's just like whatever. They're like the pub guys. They're always at the pub, but they don't really have storylines, and I'm glad about that. Just keep it that way. Veronica's mum is meh as well. Don't really care about her. Mandy's definitely gone up. Where was she in at the end of this? So she was in meh as well. She's gone up to good, I'd say. Not quite fantastic yet, as much as I want her to be. I'm gonna put her in good. I just want a bit more of her own story. I know they kind of touched on that a little bit in this season, but not enough for me to be like, oh yeah, she's such a fantastic character now. But she's definitely gone up from I don't care about her to she's a good character for sure. Veronica, I'd say, is actually maybe gone down a little bit. She was at the top of good here, obviously. For me now, she's still in the good for sure. She's not. It's not like I don't care about her character, but I'd say she's probably gone down the good a little bit. She didn't really do much this season, honestly. I know she gave birth to her kids, which is a big deal, but for 12 episodes, I just felt like she didn't really do that much, personally for me, but she's still a good character for sure. Carl, where was he? He was second and fantastic. He's going in best of the best, for sure. I just love him. He's such a sick character. I'm so happy they gave more of his own story in this season. He's just wholesome. You kind of look at how he was in season 1, where he's just kind of walking around blowing stuff up, and now he's got his own storyline, and you actually do really love his character. So best of the best for Cole. He won't be out number 1, but at the moment he's best of the best for sure. We'll save the big characters actually for the end, as I always do. We'll get this guy's trash. Like, obviously, there's some characters it's very obvious where they're going to be. While we're here, actually, who's worse out of these two? My God, who is worse? Probably him if I had to pick, because we've had more of his character than this guy, but this guy's trash as well. Mike, nah, I think it was like night. I don't with him like getting rid of Fiona and stuff. I don't blame the guy for it, but he wasn't in the second half of the season. He got Fiona out of prison the first time, or posted bail for her. So he's not a terrible. I don't think he's a bad guy or anything. I actually don't think he's a bad guy at all. It's just in terms of characters, I don't care about him anymore. I think he's done with the he's done now. He's not going to be part of the show anymore. Like end of season, where was he here? I think he was good. Yeah, bottom of good here. Oh my God, Sheila. Sheila was in the bottom of good. Oh, you were doing so well, Sheila. Don't worry, we'll get to you in a minute. But yeah, I'll probably put. I can't get him now. Mike, you're there. Top. You're at the top of Don't Care though, so at least there's that. This guy is trash. He basically. Problem is, like, he ruined Fiona's life in a way, but she obviously had a huge part of that as well. It's not like he single-handedly did it, but yeah, he's a garbage person, and what he even did to his brother, the fact that he hooked up with Fiona knowing that she was his brother's girlfriend is just garbage. So he's garbage. I don't think she's an awful person, again, but I don't really care about her character, so I'm just going to put her at the top of meh. I don't really care about her too much, honestly. Steve, yeah, technically Steve will be in this because he's back now, I guess. I'm excited to see what they do with him in season. We got. Where was he here? I can't even see him. Where are you, Steve? Oh, there he is. Second from good. So technically, I guess he wouldn't have changed that much because he didn't do anything this season because he wasn't even in it. So we'll put him there under Mandy. It's one of those things where he's in one scene at the end, so technically he was in this season. But he's not changed, he hasn't done anything. Alright, Sammy, I'm going to put as meh, but at the top, because she did have her story wasn't bad and it did help with Frank a lot with his story. But as a character, I just don't like her that much. I think she's a little bit annoying at times, but it makes sense for a character because as someone pointed out, she clearly has like father issues and she's trying to make up for lost time with Frank, I think, but as a character I just don't love her that much, honestly. I think she's good for the story, but not as a character. I don't love her that much. Liam's just, he's adorable. He's not really a character much. Like he progressed a lot of what the story was doing in the second half for sure because of the whole cocaine situation. But as a character, he's just a baby, and he like what can you really do? So he's better than me though. he's just wholesome. I love Liam. Better than Steve. Not as good as Mandy. Like, come on, let's be honest. Mandy has more of a character than Liam, if we're being honest. But he's a good, wholesome character. Kev, I'd still say he's fantastic. He's stupid at times for sure. He's not going to be at the top of fantastic, I don't think, but he's stupid at times, but I love him. He's just wholesome and he's always looking out for people, even though he does stupid stuff. You can see from his perspective, like, he's just trying to look out for people. Like him with the gun situation, he was just trying to look out for his kids and Veronica, but he was just, handled it like an idiot. Like, he's a bit of an idiot, I think that's what it is with Kev, but he has no bad intentions most of the time, I think. Alright, now we've got the main characters. We'll do Debbie. She is trash. Not quite as bad as these three, technically, but she's so annoying. And where was she actually at the end of this season? She was at the top of Meh, don't care. So yeah, now she's gone down to trash. She just took up way too much screen time. And I actually cannot be arsed with her, so she's gone there. Alright then, so who shall we do next? Sheila is garbage. She's just the worst character. She's there at the bottom. I can't stand Sheila. She's so annoying. She's so boring. She shouldn't have been in the season. I've said what I needed to say about her. Sheila is trash. Worst character. And she was here. She was at the bottom of good last season. And now she's all the way down here. She just took up way too much time. Then we have, let's do Frank. I'd say he's still fantastic. Like I said, I don't love him as a character, but he holds the show together. And his storyline, while not my favourite storyline of the season, not even close, it was interesting, and it was kind of different seeing him the way that he was, like I said. And so I think that's basically where he was. That's basically where he was last season as well, and I'd probably do the same here. Like I say, I don't love him, but the show would not work without him, so you just kind of have to appreciate that and put him there. So who we got next? Ian. I'd say he's dropped off a little bit because he wasn't in the first half of the season, because he was obviously here at the end of last season. I'm just going to say he's there now. Still in fantastic. I'd put him at the top of there. I think they've set up a very interesting storyline with him for season 5, and that'll probably put him back up to here, but it's just the fact that we didn't have much of him for the first half, and I think that's what it is. But I don't know, actually. None of what... To be fair, no, that's wrong, because everything he was in the second half was still top tier. I think I'm just looking at it as like he wasn't in the first half, whereas the other characters were, but the fact that he came back into the show and his storyline was still really interesting, he's going to stay there. I don't think he had as many scenes as he did in the other seasons, and that's what I'm kind of looking at, but his storyline was still strong, and it didn't like dip his character in any way. It's not like his character got worse in the season, so... yeah, he didn't have as much as he did in seasons 1, 2 and 3, but what he did have was still top tier, so he's still best of the best. You know, to be fair, we might be in for a bit of a madness here. Mickey, let's do Mickey. He, for me, is gone. He's just a god, absolute god. He's gone from the top of good, basically, to the best of the best. He's such a good character, and I'm so happy they gave him like his own story for the first half of the season before bringing Ian back into it and then having that be the story. I think they did a very good job of that, and it was a good idea to have him just be by himself for the first half. So he's best of the best. I love him. He's hilarious. He's probably the funniest character in his own way, and I love him. So Mickey, best of the best. Fiona, I still love her. She's still best of the best for me. I do think she's kind of, I'll probably put her like here. Yes, she's spiraled for sure, but I think, as I said, it's nice to see a character that I love have a different storyline like that, where I'm not agreeing with her all the time now. So it worked, and it needed to happen in a way. So I don't agree with anything that she did in this season, like cheating on a boyfriend, what happened with Liam, breaking parole and all that stuff. I don't agree with anything that she did, but why would you want a character that you just are always on the side with all the time? Like, it's kind of interesting to have a character that you love that's kind of breaks those rules a lot of the time, and to put it lightly. So I'll still say she's best of the best. She's not my favourite character anymore, but because she was always at number one since the start. But now, you know, we've had a bit of a madness with Mickey and Lip. Lip is my favourite character of the show at the moment. I just loved him, like, calling Fiona out on his bullshit. I'm so happy he kind of stuck out with college. I like his romance that he's in at the moment. You know, granted, yes, Mickey's had better storylines maybe this season, but if you're going from seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4, I think Lip's development from where he's come and where he could have ended up as well. Like, if he didn't go to college, I know that was because of Mandy helping him with that, but he could have gone down a very different path. And I'm so happy we're at where we're at with Lip. So he is my favourite character of the show. I just love him, and I'm very curious what again he's going to do in season 5. And then we have Chucky, who's just obviously there. So I mean, do I need to say more about Chucky? He's just a king. He lives like a king. He acts like a king. He is a king. He better be in season 5, or I will be mad. He's just the best character of the entire show. So yeah, there we go, guys. That is where the characters are at for season 4. Obviously, we'll do this again at the end of season 5 and see what everyone kind of moves around. But yeah, this just speaks to how great the cast of characters are with this show. The fact we've got Chucky, Ian, Lip, Mickey, Fiona, Carl, and Ian all in best of the best. And I'd say Kev has potential to be up there for sure. Mandy has the potential to be up there. I don't think anyone else really does. V would have a lot of work to really get to best of the best. I think she has potential, but she just never really does much, to be honest. Liam maybe, when he grows up. Who knows what he'll be like when he's grown up. Yeah, I don't think anyone else will really do it. Sheila's fucked. Debbie's fucked. They're just... Notice how I put her worse than these two as well. She's just that annoying. Yeah, alright, there we go, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time for season 5, episode 1. Until then, peace.